So we know that many stormed and breached the Capitol just days ago, and then they traveled afar. They were on airplanes, and some were arrested when they arrived at airports. One person was arrested as far away as Hawaii. And there are many examples of travel, and we have seen online, and the authorities have seen online, desires to come back to Washington and to go to other places to cause more trouble and more violence. And there are many examples of this kind of travel. There are many examples of this kind of travel. So here we are today, and we are concerned about these people getting back on airplanes and doing more violence. And so he today, ahead of the concern for possible future attacks, and with the law on our side, we are to say that these insurrectionists, many of whom are known to be at large, should not be able to hop on a flight. We are here today because the people, the insurrectionists who breached the U.S. Capitol fall under the definition of threats to the homeland and should be immediately added to the TSA no-fly list.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching.
Now, let me just stop it there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is an update on the no-fly list. Now, apparently what happened was when many of them went to the airport, they were arrested on the spot. And some just could not get on their flights and leave. And you heard him. He said somebody came as far as Hawaii and they were placed on the no-fly list. Now, that is messed up. Now, they were able to identify a lot of these people. Well, I mean, let's be real. A lot of these Trump supporters, they are always in some kind of Trump attire. They got a MAGA hat on. They're wearing something that says Trump. So they're easy to identify. And remember, they got cameras on planes. So when they were acting all unruly, coming into Washington, D.C., all of that was caught on camera. It was easy for them to identify the ones that flew in because they caused such a stir on the plane. So, they said American Airlines observed mob mentality behavior that took place on several flights to DC area. And they said it was unacceptable. It threatened the safety and security of every single person on board. And they were able to put all of those people that were on those flights, and they knew they were at the U.S. Capitol on the list. It really wasn't hard for them to do it. They had so much information. Acts against our democracy, our government, and the freedom we claim as Americans must disqualify these individuals from the freedom of flight. While it was not immediately clear if these rioters would be, if they're going to ever get off, but they are banned for now. Alaska Airlines said more than a dozen passengers were barred from flying with the carrier in the future after they refused to wear masks. They were rowdy, argumentative, and harass crew and passengers. Okay, wow. Some of y'all came in there from Alaska and Hawaii, and y'all got to get home without a plane. You got to get home without a plane. Chuck Schumer, as you heard, he reiterated the call for rioters to be placed on a no-fly list. And this is days after the insurrection. Amidst the continued threat of our future violence online, the federal government's own concerns, we cannot allow these same insurrectionists to get on planes and cause more violence and more damage. These individuals are a threat to the homeland as defined by the law. Schumer said, once you're considered a threat to the homeland, you should and must be placed on the no-fly list, plain and simple. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess they are still moving full steam ahead and placing these people on no-fly list. So I don't know, they still got the rumor out there about the 17th in all 50 states. They're going to be going up to the Capitol and, federal buildings. So we'll see what happens, especially if they fly in and get caught up in a situation. They may not make it back home. So, hey, y'all, I guess you're going to do all this stuff ahead. Personally, I think they're planning out something to go down, ladies and gentlemen, prior to the 20th and try to use that as justification for Trump remaining in office. But I don't know how they're going to do that, being that he's being impeached for the second time. And from what I understand, they got, I think it was like 12 House Republicans that are on board with impeaching Trump. Now, I know Pence refused to use the 25th Amendment on Trump, so now they're just moving with impeachment proceedings at this point. And, they said this is going to go down in history. Trump being brought up on impeachment twice in one term. I tell you, boy, if we didn't see it, we wouldn't believe it. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.